Good, good, good. So for my fans at home, can you a bit about Reach? What it's about?
It's about the how one small gesture can change someone else's life for the better, and sort of the power of kindness, and how it's okay to reach out and ask for help if you're not in a good place emotionally or wherever you may be at in your life.
All right.
Basically, yeah. So
wow, that sounds very emotional.
It's oddly topical, unfortunately, considering the news of Anthony Bourdain and all that stuff today, which is but it's something that needs to be talked about.
That hit me hard. He's one of my heroes.
He's honestly one of my all-time favorite shows. So that was not great news to wake up to this morning, but such is life.
So you're hoping this film would kind of raise awareness somehow?
Definitely. I think if this film could prevent one person from, going down that road of depression, suicide, what have you, just to have someone to talk about, I think that would be worth it entirely. This whole process, all the work, etc., will be worth it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's so cool to be here.
I know, right? What's it like bringing this film to the Dances with Films?
Well, I was a part of the Dance with the Films 3 years ago. A short that I wrote was part of the Kids Fest, and then a music video I had was nominated as well. And then this is a feature, and it's my mom's project, Mom's Baby, and it's awesome to return and be back. And it's just a really cool festival.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, without spoiling details, what's your role in this film?
So I play Kimberly Hill, and she is one of the female leads in the film, and she starts off kind of being a bystander, because this movie is all about being a teen and what it's like to be bullied or be the bully. So her role is kind of the bystander, and then she kind of goes through this journey throughout the film where her views and how she handles things in school kind of changes in a good way.
Now, I was told that this is a bit of a topical as well, kind of the drama with some sort of a message to it.
Absolutely. It's a movie that shows the power of kindness, and everyone kind of has their own story. You never really know what someone's going through, regardless of what their facade is, kind of thing. So it kind of goes behind everyone's facades and lets them know their stories. So it's it's really a beautiful film.
Congratulations on your film, Reach.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. So for my fans at home, a bit about your role in this film.
I play Ella, and we kind of tag along with another girl named Emma, and we are kind of just like the comedic relief of the movie. We're just kind of, there's so much drama going on. We're just a little bit of laughter in the film.
So you're the funny one.
Yeah, I hope I'm the funny one.
So, did you follow the script, or did you improvise some parts, or?
We stick to the script a lot, but I mean, a lot of it was improvised, because we just feel, because when you get the script, it's a little different than when you're with the actual cast. Everyone reads a little different, and you just play off each other, and I think that was really fun.
What's the significance of bringing this film to the Dances with Films event? What's the significance of that?
I think it's just getting it out there, because Reach just has such a positive message that we really need today, and just getting as many people to see it and get the message that it's okay to talk about these subjects that a lot of people don't want to talk about.
Jully, congratulations on Reach.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much. It's a very exciting project. Unfortunately, it's very timely, and it probably will be very timely, for a long time. But yeah, this film is about human connection and connecting to people and reaching out and knowing that we all have the power to reach out and affect positive change in other people's lives. So it's very exciting to be part of the story.
So is it fair to say that even though it's a heavy drama, but it's hopeful?
Absolutely, yeah. And I think you can learn from, my character, I play the police chief, that puts the burden on the father, who then extends that burden onto the son, and just creates that kind of tension and dis-ease, in this film. And knowing that every person, no matter how distant you are from the main action, so it were, there's a rippling effect, and it can be positive change or negative effects. So knowing that we all have that power to change lives.
Nice. So, as a police chief, what research do you? Do you have a family member who's in law enforcement? Or?
Well, I do. I like to keep it a secret, but I'll just say it. My brother is a LAPD reserve officer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So since I was a child, he was very young on the force. I was surrounded by that masculine energy, that dominant masculine energy.
So he gave you some pointers on how to behave as a cop?
Just watching him, you see, I see. Yeah, no nonsense.
This is one of my favorite festivals every year. What's the significance of bringing your film to Dances with Films?
Well, I'm an alumni, so I was here in 2016 with a short and a music video, so I feel like it's home, and it's a great place to have a worldwide premiere. So I'm really excited about being part of Dances with Films.
Now, I talked to some of the co-stars here. They told me that the movie has some topical message to it. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to talk about it today with everything that's going on in the news, you know. But our film is about kindness and how the power of one small gesture can change someone's life forever. And we hope that that will resonate with people and that that's what they take away from it.
Yeah, there's a very underlying message here to kids, high school kids. You know, they're just embarking on adulthood here, and they're really learning a lot, and they're very influential. And this film tells a story about that.
Awesome. Now, independent filmmaking, what did you learn from your experience having made this movie?
I mean, I've been on it from, you know, the inception, conception, you know, conceive. I wrote it with 2 other people, and then I saw it all the way through. So for me, it was intensive 101 film school, screenwriting, and I just surrounded myself with the best possible people that the film and the story resonated with and wanted to be a part of it. So, I mean, everybody I worked with just elevated it to beyond. So that's what I have to say about filmmaking.
Same with you?
Yeah, and it's the same thing. Maria gathered such a great group of people. Everybody was very inspired to work on this film. It wasn't for the money, it was for the love. We're all indie filmmakers, and we love filmmaking. We love the arts, and that's exuded through the film. You'll see it in the cast, the crew, everything, every step of the way.
The sound.
Yeah. It's a beautiful film.
It is. Yeah, and the kids did a good job. The acting is superb. Garrett Clayton,
Absolutely.
Joey Bragg, Jordan Doww, the dads, Bo Jesse, Kevin. Our youngest to date, I think, on record film composer, mentored by Jeffrey, is Rio Mangini, who is, we love you, Rio. He's, I think, flying to Mexico, and that's why he's not here with his family. So, yeah, everybody was really wonderful.
Yes, so for my fans, what's your role in this film?
I played Daniel Hill, who is kind of the counterpart / best friend to the main character, Steven. And kind of like the Robin to his Batman, like the sidekick.
I love it.
So he's kind of like the relief in the story, you know, trying to help him out whenever he's down, but can only do so much. Being he's also younger, so that also doesn't help in some situations. But yeah, it was fun playing him for sure.
Now, I talked to your co-stars, and it seems like this is a movie, I haven't screened it yet, with, you know, semi-heavy message topic to it. What are some of the challenges of getting into the mindset of that kind of drama for you as an actor?
For those scenes where it's like stakes are involved, there's definitely, you know, that moment in your head where you're like, all right, this is it, and you got to get in that mindset. But yeah, it's all about getting in the mindset and just putting yourself in that situation in real life, and, you know, substituting like the characters with real life people, your friends, your family. So that's where it gets serious.
And I'm sure having a great cast helps you, right?
Oh, for sure. Especially the chemistry we made and synergized like off scenes. It was really fun.
All right, Hannah, congratulations on Reach.
Thank you.
All right, so what are some challenges of designing the costumes for the cast for this film?
We had a very low budget, so that's always a challenge, but I had a lot of fun collaborating with all the actors and putting together looks with them from mostly their own closets, but we had to get really creative on how you make a new character out of stuff that you already own. Yeah.
So you have to kind of like improvise a little bit there? Or?
Yeah, or combine things in ways that they'd never thought of before. So a good example of that is Mr. Tony, who's played by Grant Harling, and he had a lot of sweaters and button-up shirts in his closet, and he had never thought to layer them together before, and then I went out and bought some bow ties, and I created a new character that was a lot different than who he is in reality, so it was really fun.
But let me ask you, how much of the costumes that we see on the screen in this film are originally part of the director's vision, and how much is your contribution or like your tweaks on it?
A lot of it is from myself, yeah. Okay. I mean, there were things in the script that were called for, and I wouldn't say myself, I would say it was a collaboration between me and the actors. Yeah. But there were some things in the script that were called for, like the Dumb and Dumber tuxedo suits for the prom scene. I would love to see that. Yeah, some things like that, and of course having that 80s, 90s buddy comedy vibe, you know, so I was drawing from 90s fashion and history, but we really had a lot of fun in like talking about who the characters are and the experiences that they've had, and how that manifests itself in the way that they look. So
now, how timely is this story?
Oh man, it's just even as we were writing it, it just every other day, just more and more similar to what was going on. So you kind of just had to go with it. You know, there's things that up until the last minute before filming that we were changing because they were just so current, you know? Yeah.
That's great, man. So let me ask you this. As a writer, how do you dance between making a story that's kind of like, you know, entertaining quality and a story that you want to push a message through?
Oh, man. You know, I like to think that I have a good sense of humor, or I have good taste. I like to think that. So I just try to go with what I think is funny or what I think is going to affect people, and then just kind of hope for the best and roll the dice.
I love that.
Yeah.
Last question before we enjoy the evening. Having experienced making this film, independent film, as an artist, what did you learn?
Oh, man. Trust your gut, for sure. Okay. That's definitely the first thing that comes. And you just kind of got to go with it, you know?
Get the right people?
Yeah, get the right people, keep your circle tight. And yeah, I just want to say go with it, really, honestly, because you try to plan things and they're 9 out of 10 times they're not going to work, especially on an independent film set. So you just got to be ready to problem solve and not get hung up on something, because then it's just going to spaghetti effect and keep happening. So just got to roll with the punches, really, you know?
I love it.
Yeah.
Congratulations on Reach.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
It's such a great movie. I'm really excited.
And it's a great cast. It's thanks to you, of course.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we were really lucky. We found, an amazing cast of a lot of star names wanted to be involved in this movie, and they really wanted to, because of the subject matter, people were touched and really wanted to be in the movie. And so we didn't have a big budget. We had a lot of people working for very little money, which is a blessing. But I think it turned out really well.
I want to ask you about that. It's an independent filmmaking, right? Independent events that we're in right now.
Yeah.
So you mentioned budget and money. So as a casting director, how do you make those decisions on a
Well, I mean, and I tell every filmmaker, because I'm an independent casting director, that's all I do. I don't work, I mean, once in a while we'll do a studio film, but mostly we don't. But it's money or material. Okay. So if you don't have the money, you have to have great material. Okay. So you need to start with a great script. That's what's going to get the movie made. If your script is amazing, and I can call these agents and be so excited about it and say, you're not going to, this is like the best movie I've read since, Reservoir Dogs or something like that. Nice. Or say, it's about teen suicide. It's about, a gay kid. I mean, and really saying it's a story that needs to be told. Yes. And then people get involved. They read the script. They like it. This one was written beautifully. There were 3 writers, and I think they just did a beautiful job on it.
Your role, your character, what do you play?
I play Principal Simmons. Oh. I'm the coolest, hippest principal you've ever met.
That's rare, right?
Yeah, it's totally rare.
So how many kids did you tell to go to your office and discipline?
So many, too many to count.
So I talked to your co-stars, and they told me that the message is very timely, the story is very timely.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, so how relevant it is, in your opinion, how relevant is it?
Well, as you know, today we just lost Anthony Bourdain, and a couple days ago it was Kate Spade, and sadly, suicide is prevalent right now. This is why that TV show 13 Reasons Why is such a huge hit, and the thing is people just need to know that they're not alone, and that there are places that they can reach out to for help, and that suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. It's tragic to me because I know people that are fighting for their lives right now. My mother was diagnosed with cancer, and she's fighting for her life. I have friends that are fighting for their lives because life is so precious, and they're trying to hold on to it. And I know that when you fight hard enough, you will. You're gonna. So when somebody takes their life, it's heartbreaking. It's tragic. And especially somebody like an Anthony Bourdain, who to me epitomized living. Like if you looked up living in the dictionary, you would see his face.
Exactly.
So it was a shock. It was just this, wait a minute. But you don't know what demons somebody's struggling with, what's going on with someone internally. But they just have to know that they're not alone, and that this is not the solution. And I wish, rest in peace, whatever he was dealing with, I hope he's in peace right now. But it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking to anybody that's loved you. And this man and Kate and so many other people who have taken their lives were loved by so many. And that's not the legacy that you want to leave, even though you want to leave. that's not how you want to leave the people that you love. So this movie, it's timely because of that, because it's happening so much, and I hope that somehow, some way, it stops, and that people know that they do have something to live for, no matter how hard life gets. And if this movie can reach just one person, then I think the movie's doing its job.
We're here. This is the Reach premiere. It means a lot. I think I was one of the first people to ever hear about the idea for the movie in the first place.
At Pete's Coffee.
We were taking a walk. We were drinking coffee. Johnny told me about the movie, and to see it come full circle, and we're here at the premiere, man. It's unbelievable. I'm proud of this guy, man.
Yes. Congratulations, John.
And yeah, me and my brother, we're in the band Still Rebel. We have 2 tracks in the movie off our album Valley Days. We're really excited to hear the music in the film, man. Yeah, it's cool.
Now, how do you? This is original song for the movie, right? Yeah. So, how do you fit the themes of the movie when you wrote the song?
Oh well, we didn't write the songs for the movie, but you know,
might as well have.
Johnny knew the music we make, and
I'm the biggest fan. So.
I guess he thought it was right for the film, you know, the type of vibe the songs are, and yeah, they fit in great, man. I saw a cut of it already, you know.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we actually have 2 songs in the movie. One's called Hello, Darling. It's a ballad. And then another song we have called Breathin', which is a little bit more of a rocker. And yeah, Johnny's been to a bunch of our shows. And, you know, Dillon and Johnny actually met. They went to acting class together. And we've all just been buddies for the past nearly decade.
Yeah.
So it's really cool to have, you know, Johnny have this real project come out and be part of it. And thank you. This is awesome.
Before you go and enjoy the evening, gotta ask for my fans who are aspiring musicians, aspiring artists. What are your advice to them?
Just stay true to yourself. It's all about that in art. Expressing what you have on the inside, and with no exceptions.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Don't stress about the money first.
That's it.
Okay.
No, it's all about getting out what you need to get out.
Gotcha.
That's all.
Same with you, sir?
Keep it pure. Don't let the industry get to you. Love yourself. Make what you want to make.
So I talked to the co-stars, and this is a timely message kind of drama, correct?
Yeah, I mean, you know, unfortunately it is, but it certainly is. It's a special story. It needs to be told, and you know, I think we did a really good, authentic, honest job of doing so. So I think that the timing, fortunately, is now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, having gone through the experience of making this film, independent filmmaking, we're in an independent film festival. What did you learn as an artist?
You know, that's a great question, because for me, this was a very personal story. Something in my life was close to this circumstance, and so I got to know my emotional self through this journey in a way where I could tap and distribute some of that emotional intensity through this character in a very authentic way. So I grew through the experience of making this film and being in this movie.
I play Mrs. Toronto, which is the main characters. I play his mother. And I feel like it's a driving motivation throughout the whole storyline of the experience. And I think it's just such a timely, important message that we have in the plot of this movie. Anti-bullying, anti-suicide, just finding hope and finding that through friends and family and finding positivity in that.
Does it get difficult sometimes to get into that mindset and kind of in between takes try to shake it off, or maybe at the end of the filming?
Absolutely. There was some deep soul searching and going like, why would this character feel this way, and what would drive them to feel so hopeless, or what are these people experiencing in this scenario and situation? And but when you go through it and you're really acting, you just can keep going. And I mean, I've done enough method acting that you just kind of get used to it and just keep going. And I'm really glad that I got great feedback from the editor, director, and the writer that it did look exactly in their vision. So I'm really glad that I'm so excited to see it right now. So.
My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, the Teen Choice Award winner.
What? Not winner, I wish.
Okay.
I lost to Ellen, so low-key, that is a win.
There you go. You're still awesome.
Thank you.
So congratulations on the movie.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited it's finally coming out. We worked on this over a year ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And talk a bit about the experience of as an actor or as an artist. I hear that the story is very timely with some heavy message drama. How do you get in the mindset in that as an actor?
So my character is actually the antagonist of the plot, and that was really hard for me to dive into because I do comedy and I do, I'm wacky on the internet. So my character Nick Perkins, he had to deliver, and that was kind of hard to tap into. I had to like take a few days to like recoup after. But what you guys are gonna see, it's so beautiful. And I will say, every bully has a story. Every bully acts the way they do because something's going on inside or something's going on at home. And that's what you see with my character. So you like love and also hate my character's guts. But still very important message that my character tells, and also Garrett's character and everybody's character. I think we put a good project together.
Well, on that note, before you enjoy the evening, how do you tell the world, hey, be kind when the world is not kind?
You said it right there. Be kind when the world is not kind. Love thy neighbor always. I think, there's no room for judgments. I think, yeah. You said it perfectly. You answered the question.
That's good.
Hi guys, I'm Jordan Doww, and you are watching Rama's Screen.